Hello, fellow Voyagers. Jess here with Odyssey Human, here today to talk about how imagination always says yes to you. So welcome to the channel. This is the place where we help you hack through the jungles of consciousness so that you can discover the hidden treasures inside of you. My friends, everything is there, ready, waiting, and willing, excited to be activated by you. So if that sounds good, please subscribe. We'd love to have you on the channel. And today's message is kind of a pick-me-up. A reminder that imagination always says yes to us. This is all imagination. Our 3D reality is imagination externalized. And 90%, I'm going to talk about this pretty much every video moving forward, 90% of our lived experience is imaginative. And the other 10% is too, it just feels externalized because we've received it through our senses. But really, it's all imagination. And the deeper you go down this rabbit hole, which I have really been doing lately, you're going to see that that's true. You're really going to get a sense of, wow, like this is the creative force in my life. This is the creative power. This is where it all comes from. I have found the source. And you know, for so long, I had kind of struggled with this concept of I am the creator, and there was something missing for me. I couldn't really fully connect with that. But imagination, I can get behind. Imagination, when I really poke into my own experience, I see how it comes from my imagination. I see how my imagination, you know, things materialize in my world from the source of my imagination. And so, just a reminder, just some things to reflect and contemplate on, to go deeper into this sense and get a real sense that this is where it all comes from. Because when you make that true, we're going to talk about trueness in a few minutes. When you make that true, there's a real peace of mind that comes from that, of like, I figured it out. I figured it out. And a lot of the struggling and the effort of manifesting drops away because you're not just doing mindless affirmations. You're not doing mindless visualizations. You're not doing, you know, mindless exercises before bed or scripting or any of the other things they tell you to do, because all of those are tools of your imagination, right? When you've claimed something inside of yourself as true, you do those things naturally. And I've talked about this before. Like, you'll naturally affirm to yourself, oh yeah, I am a millionaire. You'll naturally see the money in your bank account. You'll see yourself being able to buy things, right? When you've assumed that position in your imagination and you claimed it and you're standing in it, you give it the trueness and you make it real inside here, then it is real. Like, it literally is real in that claiming of it, in that being of it. That's how you be. That's how you be. This is the art of being. So just a few reminders that the problems and the solutions both come from imagination, right? Problems and solutions both come from imagination. That's where they originate. And so when you are desiring, you're imagining. When you're rationalizing, you're actually just imagining, right? When you're thinking that you're being logical and reasonable and rational, you're imagining, but you're giving it truth. You're claiming that truth alongside of it. When you're fulfilled, you're imagining. When you're not fulfilled, you're imagining. It's all imagining. This is the beauty of it. It's like, oh, wait a minute. When you get that little hint of metacognition of like, wait a second, even the things that I think are so true, I am imagining. Like, I'm imagining those pieces too. It's all imagination. It's all coming from imagination. And imagination always says yes to you. Now, I've demonstrated this in other videos where I will give you a visual. Let's say a purple elephant. There's a purple elephant. It's making its elephant call. Like, you're having it in your mind right now. Your imagination is saying yes to me. So it always says yes to you. It's so seamless. Our imaginations are so seamless in that we never, it is instant gratification. It's instant fulfillment. It's there ready to be activated, but it's that piece of the trueness, the reality, the truth that we decide, right? That we are consciously making decisions and tweaking, where at some point we'll finally say, yes, I'm allowed to see myself as this being or as this person or having this situation be true for me because there's evidence out there in my reality. That trueness is given by you. You are the executor of trueness. You get to decide, no, this is what's true for me. This is what is true for me. That was one piece that I was still holding on to. I didn't realize that I have now, in the past few days, weeks, really reclaimed. I was doing it so subconsciously, right? I was judging reality and my 3D physical reality and saying, oh, this is true for me. This is what's not true. But again, we're judging from a shadow, because the externalized imagination, that 10% of our lived experience of what we see as our physical reality, that's the end product. That's an effect. That is an effect of imagination. It's like the last stage. And so assigning trueness instead from not what you see out in 3D, but from who you want to be and who you're becoming or who you're claiming. This is a much more powerful position. And, in that space of pure imagination, when you're in your head, you can go there instantly. You are it in the being of it. Sorry, I'm just checking my notes. And so I encourage you and challenge you and ask you to start transcending the limits that you have put on yourself in imagination. Start transcending these patterns and look for where you assign truth. How do you assign truth? What is true for you? Do you wait for the 3D to give it to you? Because the real game here, the game that we want to play is to be successful, right? We want to be successful because our soul is craving the experience. Our imagination, our inner self is craving the experience of being the desired reality, of being the person who has it, of being the one for whom the situation has already worked out and it's here now, and we're craving that beingness. So be it. And transform yourself in the space of your imagination, because it is instant. It's effortless. There's no work to it, right? And really the key to success, the pureness is the pureness of really saying, this is true for me right now. This is true for me right now in imagination. I am this person, because it's not work. It's just a shift in perspective. It's just a shift in perspective. That's it. That is instantaneous. Like, right, when I gave you the purple elephant example, you shifted your perspective to someone who was visualizing a purple elephant. Like, you did it so effortlessly and automatically that it was probably almost invisible, the action of it. So shifting that perspective, because you're so familiar with the place where you don't have it, or you're waiting for it, you're trying to manifest it, or we're working on it, or putting all this effort into it. We're so familiar with that space in our imagination that we assume that it's true, but there is just as much truth in the space where it is fulfilled. There's just as much truth in that, where it is fulfilled now. It's fulfilled now. And you are preemptively being that person. You're like, you can catch the feeling of it. If it does feel like I'm catching the feeling of this, I believe in this so fully. I know this is going to happen for me, and I'm going to be this person right now. Why wait? Why wait? Right? And just the fact that you've had a desire, I know you've heard this before, the fact that you have had a desire for this thing, this situation, or to be this person or this new version of yourself means that it's already activated, right? It's been activated and inhabiting a place where it is true already. It's already true. That this is the difference. This is the key. Is being that person now, despite, you got to be a trendsetter. You're trend setting your own desire. Be it now inside yourself, claim it within yourself and inhabit it. And that, when you're really doing this well, again, it's effortless, it's peaceful, it feels good because the desire is fulfilled, right? That version of you is feeling good because he or she has it. They have it. That person, that version of you has it. It's true for them. You're not trying to get something. That's where the effort comes in. If you really feel like you're struggling and reaching and trying and popping in and out of this reality, it's because we're still assuming or giving truth to what you're seeing out there and saying, well, the truth is I don't have it. I'm just trying to be this other version of me. That's where failure happens. That is unfortunately where the stress and the strain come from, is in giving truth to the old paradigm of I don't have it, I don't see it, it's not here yet, but still trying to inhabit, I am this person, it is true, it's true right now, it's already done, it's mine. We're stretching ourselves. We're trying to fracture ourselves within imagination. And that's what creates the distress, the trying energy, the reaching, the desperation. Let go completely of the truth that you don't have it. We have to let go of that in imagination and really step into it. Feels like a stepping into the place where it is done, like it's done. And then your perspective, you're literally just looking out the eyes of yourself, stepping into that person's place, into that person's body, into their perspective, what they're seeing out their eyes, where it is true for them. Like, and it's been true, and they take it for granted. And it's like, of course I'm this. Like, of course I'm this. And completely abandoning that old version of you, right? That's trying, that's efforting, that doesn't have it, that's reaching, that's striving, that's like letting go of that. This is the difference of success and failure, of fulfillment and non-fulfillment, is literally just deciding preemptively, saying, I am this now. Like, this is what I'm choosing to be. And occupying the space in your imagination. And then assigning the truth. This is the last bit. This is how you tie the shoe, tie the lace. Shifting your truth. Shifting your truth away from the old paradigm and more into this new imaginative space, right? Of the person who has it, for whom it is done, for whom, yes, this is true for me. Reassigning your truth to, yeah, this is actually true. And then you're going to find when you're in that perspective, you'll start to automatically and unconsciously catch yourself in moments of thinking from that perspective. And that's when you've claimed it. Like, it's done, it's yours. You are it. You are it at that point. Because when you catch yourself thinking from it, you're there. Like, you've taken up residence. And so again, transcend the limitations that you're putting on yourself. If your desire isn't fulfilled, if you're still waiting on it, if you're still looking on it, it's because you're not being the person who has it. And we're not going to go there and be the person who has it in order to fix the person in the rear view that we're looking back and saying, do you have it yet? Do you have it? Do you have it back there? No, we're letting go. We're totally letting go. That's how Neville said, let go of the old man. The old man is our old self, all right? The one that's craving, sad, looking, reaching, wanting, desiring. That is, but remember, that's still imaginative. That person that you're being right now that you think is so true is imaginative. So the moral of the story, imagination always says yes to you. It always says yes. It will always, you can always land in that space of, I have it right now. It's mine. Like, it's mine. And then you can actually conjure memories. I think what we think are imaginal acts are actually memories of other versions of ourselves. I give that terracotta warrior analogy of all these versions of ourselves, and we can literally jump into the body of a different version and look out from their perspective and experience life like that. And I really think, like, when we think about it, are imaginal acts just the memories of other versions of ourselves? Potentially, yes, because it's all imagination. So I know this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. And if you're still here, drop a comment below. I'd love to engage with you. Let me know what you think. And if you need a tool to help you start reclaiming your peace of mind and your imaginal space and that 90% of your lived experience, but really 100%, damn camera, go ahead and drop me a message below, and I am happy to engage with you. And if you need that tool, it is in the description box. And thanks for watching.